No more Rick James. We'll get through with the Rick James. We done with the Rick James. I was in one of those moods this morning. I was trying to figure out something to play back. Yeah, man. I wish I could play the actual songs, man. I wish I could play the real songs. Now I just gotta play the instrumental so I don't get flagged on stupid shit. How's everybody doing? It's Friday. We back. We here. I'm giving bald-headed, bearded lies vibe. I noticed I was looking back at my excuse me. I was looking back at some of my past shows and I was like, yo, I gotta not wear my hat. Some of y'all might not be used to me. Most of y'all see me without my hat, but I don't want to be out here hat fishing people. Hat fishing is a real thing. I was like, man, let me just go without my hat today. You know what I mean? Some of y'all that might not be used to me, go ahead and get used to it. I'm trying not to hat fish. I got a nice head, so I think I'm okay, but eat it, don't smoke it. Oh, you talking about because I was smoking the yeah. No, you're right. You should eating marijuana is way better than actual like putting smoke in your lungs. I get it. I'm working towards it. I'm figuring out. I'm gonna do like this big vamp thing. I'm gonna try to stop smoking so much, and I'm gonna be realistic and probably not just cut it all the way out because I do like smoking. There is some benefits to it, but I do need to slow down. I need to get some more energy. I've gotta start eating better. The past few weeks I haven't been eating good. So it's brought my energy level down like a lot. So that I got to get all that shit straight. I'm gonna do like a big revamp thing, just start working out and try to do all that shit. Whatever, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, trying to get y'all used to my head so I'm not hat fishing. Hat fishing, that's a real thing. I even shit. I can imagine some of how the girls feel, man. I Me as the barber, sometimes these dudes will walk in and they walk in with their hat on their head and they looking for a haircut and they sit down in the chair and then they take the hat off and I'm like, oh shit, like you done put about 20 years on, motherfucker. I can imagine how some of them girls feel. They just see you in your hat all the time, and I kind of have to remind myself of that too. Most people know me for the most part, but obviously there's certain people that don't know me that maybe haven't seen me much without my hat. So if you know me enough though, like in the summers, I'm usually I try to have like no hat on. It's too damn hot for all that shit, man. And when I first went bald, I just rocked that shit for like I rocked that shit for like months, just bald head, just here, get used to it. I was always used to having hair. So you say you feel attacked, Mike? No, Mike, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you might not. I don't know. I really, honestly, I forget what your head looked like now, but yeah, no, man, it's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. There's some dudes that, you gotta. I mean, it might not look as bad as you think. You know what I mean? But you gotta let people get used to seeing you with your hat off, man. Because when you take that hat off, people looking at you like a whole nother person. They looking at you like a whole nother person, man. I mean, you got a wife and stuff, so she knows that's different. You know what I mean? I guess it's more geared toward somebody who's dating and ain't got nobody who they're with that sees them like that all the time, like a single dude. A single dude should definitely try to break that up a little bit and not wear a hat so much, man. Because I remember there's this one dude. I sent a picture of my cousin Nook in his inbox. I had to. I put them side by side because there was this white kid. He always wore a hat, and then he had to take some pictures with his family. He had some family pictures, and it wasn't one of those type of pictures that needed a type of Yankees fitted type of hat. You know what I mean? So he went without the hat. And when I tell you this motherfucker looked like a hairless, dehydrated monkey, that shit was the funniest shit. I was like, damn, man. Like me as a dude, just looking at that, I was like, yo, my man looks so much different without his hat This nigga is ugly than the motherfucker. Oh shit. So I can imagine how the women feel. I mean, they looking at you attracted, you know what I mean, to some shit. So it's like, they see you with your hat on and they're like, damn, this motherfucker. And then you take that hat up, it's like, oh shit, wait a minute. Y'all niggas might get ghosted. These girls might start ghosting y'all. Oh shit. Shit. Speaking of all that, like the dating and shit like that, I've been seeing a lot of drama and shit like online, man. Like just motherfuckers is confused, man. The whole dating scene right now is a mess. We ain't never been in this kind of situation before where it's like this the online, just everybody just kind of being able to get out there, be themselves and expose everything. And it's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling. You got baby mamas and all that back and forth, and I have to play both sides, man. I'm the barber, so I hear both angles. I get the dude that comes in that's like, man, my baby mama done drove me so damn crazy. Shit, man. I can't even be around her or the kids, or I'm gonna go to jail or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, some of these dudes is they giving up because they like, man, I'm not about to spend, years in jail over no stupid shit. You know what I mean? And y'all wondering why the dude ain't coming around seeing the kid because he probably got some damn drama. There's some drama going on with that shit, man. He trying to keep himself out of that. And then on the other end, though, I have like, single females that come in with their kids and stuff like that. And I don't get into the chit chat too much about shit. Now I got to hear people out. So I always play the neutral part. I always play the I always play the neutral part. I'm the barber, so I'm not really trying to take too many sides. I mean, I guess I am biased with the dudes sometimes. You know what I mean? I try to make the girls hear I'm out, but a lot of times, man, some of these dudes I can't defend, man. Like I cannot defend a dude that pays less than fucking $30 a week for child support, and then when she asks you to buy the kids some damn shoes or at least go half on the shoes, you say no. Like there's shit like that happening. I didn't even know that type of shit exists, man. Like I know there's deadbeat ass motherfuckers that just don't be around at all, but there would never be a time to where my son's mother, or anybody calls me about something from my kid and is like, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna do it. That is so no. I might be like, hey, give me a week or something like that, and you know what I mean, get the money right or whatever the case is. And unless it's, you know what I mean, if it's something that's needed, is different. Now we talking about like a damn video game or some shit, but school clothes, some shit like that, football signups, I hear that shit a lot. Like they, the girl be like, hey, she be like, yo, I asked the dad if he can go half with me on the football. You know what I mean? He said no. And it's like, whoa, man. So some of that stuff, and then niggas only come around when they want to. They only parent when they want to. So I mean, it's both sides is messy as hell, man. Both sides is messy as hell. I be trying to tell the dudes, hey man, just whatever, I try, like I said, I play both sides. So when I talk to dudes, I'm like, hey, listen, sometimes you have to put up with a little bit of drama so you can see your kid. I understand, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make a sacrifice somewhere. It's your kid. It came from you. They love you. I know you love your kid. So, you know what I mean? I have these talks with dudes and I'll be like, yo, listen, man, do what you can. I know there's drama involved. Try to cut that shit off as much as possible. Call the police. Do the court thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I go straight. Try to go straight by the books with that shit. Um, it's tough though because some of these dudes, man, they be bitter just like some of the ladies. You know what I mean? They done been ran through with this shit. The courts ain't never really on a dude's side. So you get frustrated there and you just be like, yo, fuck it all. You know what I mean? It's tough to be a real father. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. I try to be. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect father. But I try to be there. I try to be there for sure. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough on both angles. I get it. You know what I mean? It's like with the kids involved and stuff like that. I get it. But I don't like to hear shit like, birthdays coming or school clothes and the mom asks you to go half on it and then you don't want to go half. That's weird, man. These are your kids. These are your kids. There should never be a time where you telling them you're not going to do something for them. Now, it's one thing if you paying a ton of damn child support. Now, I say like, and who am I? But whatever. I'm just kind of thinking like, I maybe think like anything over like $100 a week or something like that. Then okay, you got to be careful what you asking for because shit. Now, you know what I mean. That $100, $80, whatever. That should do a lot for a younger kid. I mean, when they get a little older, it's a little different. But that type of shit is different. And you can't just be asking for random shit then. You know what I mean? But if nigga ain't paying no damn child support like that, nigga paying $30, $40 a week type shit like that, yeah, nigga, you gonna have to come up off some shit. You have to come up off some shit and help out. You said too many women. Yeah, see, this is get mad at the father and keep the child away. Yeah, that happens all the time. That happens all the time. I see a bunch of sick shit happening. Like I said, I'm the barber, man. I probably see um 15 or more people a day. And these are different people with all different lives. And so I mean that's a day. So it's like or more. And that's even just there's more people coming in the shop and everything. So I hear a lot of shit and it's sickening like a motherfucker, man. Like I'm glad I don't have that issue. I try to go out the way though to not have those type of issues. I'm talking like I'll 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 offer just to take care of everything if I can. You know what I mean? Just so I don't hear anything. I don't want to hear there's going to be no part where you're going to be like, "Oh, this thing's a deadbeat." No, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? We're not doing that. So whatever he needs, I'll just do it. I don't care. It's my kid. That's how it should be. You know. But like I said, there's situations where people might be paying some child support where it's like, all right, you know. But you got to look in. You got to pay attention to your partners though. And a lot of what I'm seeing is the there's not really a communication thing going on right now. Like as far as like when it comes to like getting into these relationships. Um, I was having a good conversation with one of my customers yesterday, and they were telling me how they had married somebody after like a very short period of time, and they ended up like obviously, divorcing. There was a bunch of drama and shit. Um, and I ended up telling them like, yo, listen, when you picking a partner, and it was like I kind of was like, oh, I'll spit some game real quick, but and then because this is how I do, like when you picking a partner, like you really have to look at everybody around them, all their relationships around them, their friends, their kids, if they got some, family, any family members, mom, dad, brother, sister, all that shit. You need to see what their relationship is like with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are they treating each other? How are she or him, whoever your partner is, what's their relationship towards the people that they love the most? And if that shit ain't good, it's probably gonna be a mirror of what y'all relationship is gonna be like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell that shit from the get-go. Like, I get around somebody and I'm like, yo, damn, man. Like, and we all slip up. We all slip up. I made a big mistake. I got a good track record. I mean, I got a good track record when it comes to the dating. I made a little mistake there. Um, from that one thing alone could have saved me. Just what's the relationships of everybody around you? Is everybody around you always got is something always going on with you and everybody around you, or are you peace with everybody? Is everybody cool? Y'all got good relationships. You know what I mean? That's like one of the main things. Because if that person's in drama with their mama, they don't like their mama, they don't like their daddy, they don't like their brother, they don't like they. You see what I'm saying? They already got drama with their other baby dad, or whatever the case is. I'm not stepping foot into that shit. Like I'm looking at that shit like 10 times ahead. Yeah, I protect my peace at all costs, man. I will not get in no drama. I will not stay in no drama if I get into it. Hell no. Like I said, I hear some janky ass shit. Some dudes be sitting in my chair, man, and man, this girl wanted me to pay half on the damn football. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Give her half the money. Sometimes I can't say the shit like I want to. You know what I mean? I be trying to, yeah, I get it, man. But I always hit him with the, well, I just try to look at it from this side. You know what I mean? And blah blah blah. And I try to paint it that way. Instead of telling them what they should do, and it might come off a little whatever. But sometimes I be looking like, nigga, if you don't pay that damn money, you don't get that kid in damn football. What the fuck? You said, what are some people? What are some things um people can do to prevent these things? A lot of it's communication. Um, the one big thing is if you're talking like with kids and stuff like that, is that going back and still having sex and having a relationship like that. That's like the biggest thing. You know what I mean? That, and then if they ain't doing that, the dude usually ain't around, and dudes just got to be around. You got to show up and show kid. You know what I mean? But a lot of the times when I'm talking to these dudes or the females, sometimes too, they like, yo, they still messing around, and that's bad news all the way. That's never gonna end well if y'all still messing around sexually. That is never gonna end well. Shit. And other than that, yeah, the father just has to be around. You know what I mean? Vice versa, the mother, whatever the case is. They got to be around. They got to be around to be a parent, not just financially, but just show up. You know what I mean? I understand. Sometimes though, it's tough on a guy's end, because if they can't be there financially, then the woman gives them hell, even if they're just trying to show up. Like, do you see how like nasty this shit? You just start going down a snake hole, man, and it's like, damn, where does this shit end? Because there is some dudes that can't provide right now financially. Maybe they made a mistake when they were a little younger, and maybe they got a felony and they really can't find a job right now. You know what I mean? That's a big thing. That's always been a big thing. And maybe they can't provide right now. Maybe they're behind on their child support because they can't find a job right now. That the lady is going to just lay into their ass. Oh, they're going to put them on Facebook. Oh, he ain't shit. Yeah, look, nigga can't pay his child support. Nigga got a cell phone, can't pay his child support. This nigga got an Obama phone. Like, come on, man. Motherfuckers be looking for a pity party sometimes. And dudes be wanting to be in their kid's life and show up, and you know what I mean? But then when they show up, you making a scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to be around that? You know what I mean? The boy gonna come. The dude wants to come to the kids' basketball game. He come to the basketball game and sit down. Now the mama is over there with her gathering. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, look at him. Bah, 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 bah. That's all that shit. Ain't nobody gonna deal with that shit, man. Especially in public and shit. I understand taking a little bit on your chin for your kid, but people can't do that shit for years, man, and keep sane. You know, got to be careful. That's one thing, though. We just got to work on that shit as a whole community together, like trying to understand that shit, like the whole dating shit now, man, and understand where people coming from. These girls and these guys, y'all got to start learning the red flags, all that shit. One of the big red flags, like I always see, because I seen a lot of stuff, like a lot of girls will post like, well, just be honest, say what you want, um don't waste my time. A lot of that stuff is going on. I see that a lot, and a lot of that just comes down to whether or not how serious a dude is. I mean, I'm kind of throwing dudes under the bus a little bit, but it's coming holiday times, and if whoever it is, the dude, whoever it is that you messing with, does not want to bring you around people he knows, it ain't it for y'all. I mean, you could be in a very early talking stage, and that could play a part. But even then, dudes know. Dudes know, like, yo, this is what I want. I'm gonna try to make this all the way right. So a lot of the times, um, dudes will pull some slick shit too. Cause I see a lot, they be like, yo, I want to go out on a date. You ain't gonna hide me in the house. Girls be saying that type of shit. You ain't gonna hide me in the house. You ain't gonna be embarrassed. Blah, 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 blah. Take me out, whatever the case is. Cause there's a lot of dudes that do that. You know what I mean? And just mess with you on the low and stuff like that. And I get it. I've been there. Shit, I've done it. Been an asshole. You know what I'm saying? But the real trigger is because they be like, he'll take me on a date. Now, this nigga's gonna take you out in Rochester or somewhere where he know ain't nobody he gonna see that he know. You know what I'm saying? He gonna pull a fast one on you. He gonna take you to a place to eat where he know nobody gonna be at. He pulling a fast one on you. Make that nigga take you to the Thanksgiving with the family, all his family. That's how you know it's real. I'm giving you the game right now, ladies. That's how you know he for real and he ready to be with you fully, or at least try to be with you. And he take you to the Thanksgiving or Christmas or around people that he knows. That's it right there. That's how you know. Fuck all that. Hey, let's go get a hotel room and we'll mess around out of town. And nah, nigga, bring around some motherfuckers that you know. Give them that game right there. That'll help some of this shit. You know what I'm saying, Cotton? That's gonna help some of this shit. What I got to talk about? Oh, okay, R.I.P. to Takeoff. That whole situation is unfortunate. The Amigos, 1/3 of the Migos. Hold on. He said, sad part is though that these females are worse than men. Yeah, we'll get on Takeoff in a second. Yes, that is that in some cases, yes. In some cases, yes. I was talking about a little bit last week. I'm like, yo, Cardi B got some of y'all trained, man. You gotta have multiple dudes, and yeah, Megan Thee Stallion. Shit. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, some of these females can be worse. They can be worse. I wouldn't say worse. I'd say just the same. I'd say just the same because dudes are fucked up. I know how fucked up dudes are. I know how fucked up girls are. So yeah, some of them can be worse. Yeah, a lot of the times now you see the whole, and I think it's a front for the most part. A lot of the times now, a female will pretend like she doesn't have a big heart and that she's just, she just wants something casual. Um, and like she don't give a fuck about a nigga and she's independent, stuff like that. I think a lot of that is a front sometimes. I think the ones who do it the worst, like the most, are usually ones that have the biggest heart. They're just trying to, put that little fence up there. You know what I mean? But I noticed that for sure. Because I try to be honest with females when I'm talking to them. Like, hey, I'm not looking for anything serious, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? But yeah, nowadays you got to be careful, man. These females got more holes than some of the dudes. Oh shit. You really do got to be careful. I'm scared. I'm scarred, man. I don't think I'm ever gonna get married. I was so set before. I was so set on like, you know what? I am going to get married one day. I'm gonna find, man. Listen, every day that I wake up, the percentage just gets it gets lower and lower every day. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna get married. I think I'm gonna find a life partner. I think I'm gonna find a life partner because I ain't gonna lie to you. One thing that scares me is um I think I think I'm gonna be very successful. I'm semi-successful now, but not this is I just have my own business. I'm just self-sufficient and I'm successful in that way. But I believe that I'm going to be a very successful person in years to come. Um and I feel like I have a drive that I am going to make a good living. I am going to be one of the first. I am going to be the first millionaire in my family. Um, so I don't want nobody to take that from me. And some of the shit that I see, um, with these females, and how they can be and how somebody can switch on you so quick. I I can't even grasp right now getting married because it's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. I had no idea how quick somebody could switch on you. Like they could be a totally different person. This is what I was saying a little bit earlier about you need to, check the people's situations around you, their relationships with other people around you when you're picking a partner. Like how are they towards their mom, their dad, their brother, their sister, whoever. And that's gonna help a lot, but you still really don't know. I mean, you really don't know. Um, people can they I mean a complete 360 on you right in your face, and it's like wow, so I every day, like I said, every day I wake up, the percentage gets smaller and smaller, man. If I'm going to get married, I will find a life partner and we will be committed to each other. um Something's going to have to really really change that. I mean, the female's going to have to understand where I'm coming from too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't this is I'm supposed to be securing this for my family and my kid to come. You could just be a complete weirdo, get married, right, and then turn around, divorce me, and you get half of everything that I've. Fuck that shit. I ain't doing that shit. Fuck out of here. Ain't nobody gonna play me like that. I'm not. You got the wrong one. Yeah. So you see how serious I got about that? Because I'm sorry to be. uh you said some ladies would take that effect. They would, and they do. They do. I don't know what to say though. I mean, it's so hard to trust. It's so hard to trust. How do I trust? I should be able to. I mean, only the I try to explain this. I mean, the only thing that a marriage really does is just be able to make us do business with each other. You know what I'm saying? Make the business with each other easy. It's a damn near a contract is all it comes down to. I mean, it's the state saying, "Hey, all right, y'all can share accounts and share last name, and y'all can do this together, and y'all is one." You know what I mean? And y'all do business as one. Nothing else has anything to do with it. He said, "What if her paper is longer than yours?" Yeah, I would. Man, listen, let's do a if she still wants a marriage, all right, let's do a prenuptial agreement, right? Or some shit like that. Man, I don't care about nobody money. Shit. I mean, I did say yesterday that my soulmate is probably Oprah Winfrey, and I was hinting towards I need some of that money. But yeah, nah, in a serious situation, if her money is longer than mine, then shit, she should be the one then, right? She should be the one worried about it. You know what I mean? Shit, if she the one with the money and she want to get married, and I'm like, well, you know what I mean? Hey, shit, if we end up breaking up, I'm gonna need half. I'm sorry. I gotta keep the same way of living that I've been living all these years with you, baby. I need half. Especially from Oprah. I'm headhunting on Oprah. Yeah. Come over here. Let me rub your feet, Oprah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna comb Oprah hair. Me and Oprah gonna be holding hands. Couple of the year. I'm be cheesing like a motherfucker next to Oprah. Shit. But yeah. So yes, the takeoff situation. Um, it was unfortunate, man. I don't know if y'all be on Twitter like that. The damn Twitter, they be like real relevant on they shit, man. Like it's like they be updating like a motherfucking. Some of it's like semi snitching, and some of it's like, all right, maybe we should tell on some of this, but like, so that the takeoff dude got shot. It was supposedly at a dice game or whatever, and I guess he didn't have really much to do with it. There was just an altercation about some things, and they ended up shooting, and he got hit. And I guess both sides shot or whatever the case is, and they were trying to say that the people from his side, um, maybe shot him on accident or some shit. It was some weird allegations, whatever. But man, I got on Twitter and they was kind of dry snitching a little bit. They was posting videos of like people and walking by the body and shit, and then they're like, "Yo, here goes Jay Prince Jr." And it was a lot of like shit going on, man. I'm like, man, this shit is about to unfold because it was a weird scene. Like, normally people be panicking, scattering, getting out of there. Man, people was walking past the body on a cell phone and shit. And I don't know if they just used to that or whatever the case is. My thing is though, is my man shouldn't even have been out there like that. He shouldn't even have been out there like that, man. When you when you a star like that, man, and when you papered up like that, you gotta watch how you move, man. You gotta watch where you go. It is sad that that type of shit shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen, but it does happen. That's the reality of it. And my man shouldn't have been out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been the one man forever. I always watch where I go because I just know how shit go down, man. And I know a lot of the times I shouldn't be in these situations. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna look bad if I'm in it. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta watch where you are. When you grow up, you gotta watch the company you keep. You know what I mean? Especially when you got some paper like them, man. These dudes don't like you. They hating already. You know what I'm saying? They hating already, so they gonna be at you any chance they get. A little attitude, little argument pop off. They gonna be niggas say something. I'll pop your ass, and then they can go. They done shot an amigo dude. Now they rep is. I mean, ever since I was a young boy, I always watched where I was going, man. That's why I used to start when I was like kind of like in my little party stage. When I was 16, stuff like that. Well, it was probably about 17 and after, but before I was 17, I pretty much just hung around my family, and my family consisted of my actual family and then everybody else when we used to be on like State Street and shit like that. You know what I mean? So when we had gatherings over there, it was, you know what I mean? By the end of the night, niggas was fighting or some shit. You see what I'm saying? So it was always some shit going on. We was in, there was always some shit going on. You know what I mean? So when I got a little older, I started to see that shit, and I'm like, man, listen, when I go to these parties, man, I want to talk to some females, man. I want to party with some females. I want to have a good time, and you know what I mean. I don't want to be having a good time, and then at the end of the night, we done broke out in a whole goddamn thing. Now everybody in the street, and now we got beef. And no, man, I'm not. I started to be like, you know what? Hey, man, I started seeing what it was. I started seeing them white boys having these parties, and I'm like, yo, they shit going down, man. They got a bunch of chicks. They ain't fighting every time at the end of the night. There might be some shit here and there, but not often. And it ain't gonna get as real as it was getting over there. So, hey, man, let me go see what y'all doing. I did that for a while, man. I had to like kind of separate myself a little bit, man, because I seen all the bullshit that was going on. It was the night never ended positive, and that's a problem. That's a problem, you know. But I can't just fault him. It's none of it's his fault. Obviously, Takeoff. None of it's his fault. He was caught in some bullshit, but you really have to be careful of the company you keep and where you at. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I get a little itch every now and then to be in some hood shit. You know what I mean? It's I don't know what it is. You just get a little itch. You know what I mean? Like I ain't been around in a while. It's something about just being able to. I guess it's something with your ego. Dudes got an ego a little bit, or just kind of being able to be around and handle yourself anywheres. You know what I mean? I guess that's some of it. Now that I'm trying to like think about like why I would like that shit every now and then. Because like I said, every now and then I get a little itch, and I get around some hood shit. You know what I mean? Not much at all, but every now and then I go and sit around some hood shit and kind of not partake too much, but just kind of be around. You know what I mean? Something about it, just like I said, just being, I guess, being able to fend for yourself and know that you can hold your own in there, and ain't nobody gonna mess with you, type shit. Well, I mean, somebody might mess with you, but just be able to hold your own. I guess it's one of those things as a guy, just your ego, whatever. Real people don't get jealous yet. Please, who don't like to link up, others don't like you. Yeah, and that's the thing. I had to, and I know, look, I know what dudes be saying when I don't be around. I know the conversations and stuff like that. And people have done that with me for years, especially with the barbershop. OB think he better than he only go by appointments now, and that nigga getting bougie. And so I know what niggas be saying. I mean, these niggas don't say it when I'm around. So, you know, that's just bunch of clown niggas talking, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna say shit to your face because they bitch made. But I know the conversations. I don't worry about that though. You know what I mean? I don't worry about that though, man. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't got time to be worrying about what no dudes is doing. I'm not even really trying to be around a bunch of dudes, man. Like I like hanging out with females and shit, man. And y'all niggas is ruining the shit nowadays. Niggas can't even be friends with a damn female without trying to fuck her. Excuse my language, but we grown shit. We talking. But yeah, man, look, I'm all with being friends with female. I play for the long run. Look, you might as well have some friends that are girls, and if you don't end up talking to none of them or something like that, man, they gonna have some friends, and they gonna put you on. They know that you a nice dude. They be like, yo, I know a dude. And that's how you get put on, man. You need females that are friends. Y'all niggas, I go to the damn bar, man. These niggas be sitting around a bunch of dudes. They be huddled up talking to dudes and shit. That shit's weird. That shit's weird, man. You better get some female friends, and I like that kind of company anyways, man. I just like female company. And I'm dead ass like that. I've got friends that are girls that I've never messed with. It's very rare for that though. It is very rare. Very rare. You don't see a lot of the time now guys and girls that are um that are like friends for real, without no shit on the low or nothing like that. I think a lot of the dudes is ruining the friendship with the girl shit nowadays, man. These girls are scarred. They like, yo, man, keep your ass away from me, you know. Keep your ass away from me. These girls is like, fuck it. They go on and getting other girls now. They're like, fuck it. I'm just gonna start dating girls. It's so bad out here, man. So bad out here. But yeah, I like to have some female company, man. I don't you know, yeah, I'll be around some dudes, but I'm very selective. I mean, I probably got on one hand, and I don't even know if I can fill that hand up of serious friends, like to where I will be like, yo, that is a friend of mine, like a real friend. You know what I mean? Like I probably got on one hand, and I don't even know if I can fill it up. I'm careful about the people around because I know how people talk, man. I'm the barber. I know how these conversations go when you ain't around and when we ain't around and shit like that, man. People are so two-faced, it's crazy. So, and like I said, I've been dealing with it for years. I've been dealing with it for years, man. And the people act like they think I don't know. I know what people be saying. Shit. Let me see. Now, this nigga texted me about last night, man. Asked me if I want. I went and played poker last night. That's why I'm a little tired right now. I went and played poker last night. Got my ass kicked. I've been getting my ass kicked fucking past few times. I'm all depressed and shit. I'm about to stop playing for a while. This nigga done put me in a bad mood now. And I've been playing poker. I ain't been playing as much, but the past few times I played, I've been getting my damn ass chewed out by people that don't even know what they're doing. That's how them cards work sometimes. So I'm on a bad run. I gotta give it a break. All right. Would you say here, Brandon, do you mind if you had a girlfriend and she had a male friend like her best friend? Because I can't do it. No, there that's not possible. Because usually, I feel like when you're single, there still is like maybe an underlying kind of maybe attraction there. Like when you have a friend, there's something there usually. You know what I mean? Like, all right, their personality is cool, or there's like an underlying attraction, but just for whatever reason, it just don't pop off. You know what I mean? And so I just keep it in the front area because I'm realistic about shit. I don't like to ruin friendships over just having sex because a lot of the times, like I know, like all right, I could probably just have sex with her, but then I'm not gonna want to be with her, and whatever the case, I'm gonna want to maybe mess with her friend or something like that. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. You know what I mean? I'll just leave it alone. Like I'd rather not ruin the friendship. You know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't been perfect in all of it. I didn't there was a girl I was friends with for a while, for years, and I hit on her when I was drunk. I don't think I was really gonna do anything though. Like I think I just want to see if I could hit it. I wanted to see if I could hit it. I was just like, I don't think if she would have told me I can come over, I probably would have been like, I'm good. I don't, you know, I don't know. I was drunk at the time, so maybe I would have. And that's why I'm drinking. I don't like to do stuff when I drink because that my whole shit be off. I be just thinking down there. Yeah. And that's just it. That's all I'm thinking with. So yeah, I don't know. I try not to ruin those relationships, you know. But yeah, when I'm with a female, yeah, now we can't do the best friends of opposite sex thing. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. And if it is, I just separate. You know, and I probably would know that before I ended up dealing with a female to that level anyway. So I probably would have been separated myself. I would never get myself in a situation like that. Because whoever that dude is, he's probably waiting to tackle you down once you get into a soft spot. You know, he ain't really want to come at you like that so far. So he gonna wait till you know, is a real soft spot. And dudes is this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying too. Like dudes is fucked up. Like dudes will wait. You know what I'm saying? They'll wait. Give them a year or two. They'll wait. You know what I mean? And find your ass in a weak moment. Hey, what's up? So it's that type of shit. I the girls get y'all gotta watch out. Y'all gotta watch out. We fucked up. He said just like Oprah said. I need me an Oprah shit. Pay these me a old sugar mama. Man, pay these pay these bills here real quick. Catch a nigga up. Catch a nigga up real quick. Shit. You said you need to have guests on your show and legit your living room because I'm coming in hot. Yo, I'm getting all that straight. This is Shaman, this is just right here just to get me going. I got that there's a back room I got at the barbershop that I'm getting that set up, and I got to get right cameras and all that shit. Like this camera here is just my laptop camera, so it's really not the best. I'm trying to get like some official camera shit and multi cameras, and I'm gonna set that back room up like you said with a couch. And I did have a whole big table in there, like a conference table, but I'm about to get rid of that. I don't think I want that kind of vibe. I want a regular laid back vibe, and then I'm gonna start doing some real shit. Um, I'm just getting going, like I said, right now. So I just set up a little boom in the room here, and you know, it looks okay now. This isn't anything right now at all. Um, give me about maybe shit 6 months ago, I would have never did this. I would have because I'm such a content and quality snob, which is a good thing because I'm into making content now, but I'm such a snob um from it now that like my video and all that stuff isn't isn't right. Especially when I break it down after this and I edit it and I'm breaking it down into TikToks and things like that, you lose some quality. So, and then I want my background. I want my background right. So yeah, I got plans for all that. I'm getting it. I'm getting it going. I'm getting it going. I got to get some Wi-Fi at the shop. I gotta. That's the next step. So, yo, what's good, my guy? What's good? Oh, what else is going on? What else is going on? Oh, I got some notes. Oh yeah, yo, we did that haunted house over the weekend. I just real quick touch that shit was funny. It was it ended we had a real good turnout with the haunted house. The fellas did an awesome job setting that shit up. I didn't have too much hands on, but the fellas did a good job setting it up. I went in and did my little part, and we had fun, man. The motherfuckers was scared like hell. They was scared like hell in there. Um, I seen a few people say like, "Hey, man, we even went out to like certain places out of town, and we paid like $40, and we ain't even jump." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that was cool then." You know, there was. I felt bad. There was this kid. He may have been anywhere from. I- That's how I know I'm getting old right now. These kids is big as hell and all this shit. Um, what up, Dom? The kid might have been like anywhere from like 15 to like 17 or something like that. And this tall as hell, little white kid. And when I mean to tell you, this motherfucker had like a panic attack. Like I was like, we had to go and check out on the boy after the thing was done. Like I think Ray had to like run out there and be like, "Hey man, is my dude all right?" Like, so we had this what like so there was parts. Obviously, you walking through and there's people jumping out and shit like that, but at the end what we did was is this last part. And Greg is good. I forgot Greg did like theater. This nigga was acting and shit the whole time. He was leading the people around with the stick. Come on, come here, you like the music? And I'm like, oh, I forgot this nigga was a stage little actor type of dude. Not little actor type of dude, but I'm like, I forgot this nigga did that shit, man. He did a good job at it too. And there was this scene in the last part to where you would walk back there and he would say, "Look, it's not that bad, see?" And then somebody will come out with a chainsaw, and then Greg would run to the door like oh my god, trying to get out and like hold the door, and then they would always run after him like it was like a thing. And when I tell you, this kid froze, and he had like, I think it was like his mom beside him and like another girl or something like that. But and I don't know if maybe he had like some like some other issues going on. But when I tell you, my man froze and was crying, like I was like, oh shit, like. You know what I mean? Niggas had the chainsaw and they're like, and we're all trying to scare it. And then he's like, and they're like, yo, it's okay, it's okay. And he's like, and he just stood there like this, like, and I'm like, yo, oh shit. And then they finally got him to like move, like, cause he was in like shock to where the nigga just stood there. Like he didn't even run. He was in shock. And then we finally got him they finally got him to get out the door. And we was like, hey man, we closed the door. We're like, hey man, what the fuck just happened there? Ray's like, yo, I'm gonna go check on him, man. Like, I like, please do, because my man was about to he might be fucking scarred for life from this shit, man. Like he froze and just was like crying and shivering and shit, man. And when I'm telling you the kid was like 15 to 17, he was a big ass kid too. So I'm like, shit, like we fucking people up. Said Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, man, and niggas going. The first night we had big Quan doing it. Now Quan's 6 foot tall, 6'1", 350, crazy paint on his face. He come out with the chainsaw. They like it's scary than motherfucker. Now we didn't have Quan the second night on Saturday. Or was it? No, we didn't have Quan the second night. We had another dude Saturday. Big dude, you know what I'm saying? Come out with chainsaw, look scary. Sunday come around, we ain't had nobody for the chainsaw. These Negroes look at me And they like, Brandy, you want to do the chainsaw? I said, nigga, I'm 5'5". I'm solid 5'5". The smallest nigga in here, and y'all want me to do the chainsaw. Fuck out of here, man. Fucking I'm gonna come out. Rawr, rawr. Fuck out of here, nigga. That shit is stupid. As if y'all don't get one of these niggas to play this damn chainsaw dude. Terry ended up doing it. He was like, no at first, but the shit only made sense. Terry was one of the biggest niggas there. We call the nigga Shaq. He gonna be the scary looking one. These niggas want me to do it. Nigga, I'm solid 5'5", nigga. Shit. I do not look scary. Coming out there with a chainsaw. These kids is taller than me. He said they gonna take the chainsaw from me. Nah, hell no, don't do me like that, nigga. They ain't gonna take the chainsaw from me. Oh, but yeah, that shit was funny. We was it was a good turnout. It was a good turnout. Some of them kids, it was funny because like some of the little kids was walking and they may have been like 8, 7, 8 year old, and they'll come in at first. They're like, "Oh, I'm not scared. I'm not scared." They be walking through. Oh, hey, you. And then shit started to get a little creepy towards the end. Started getting a little creepy, and they started looking around. The one little kid locked in on his mom and started screaming. I pointed to Terry. I said, "Get his ass." This nigga acting like he ain't scared. Yeah, you gonna be scared when you see all this. And that's the funny part about this whole shit. And look, I had to wait until after because, and I'm just joking, but some of it is true. Um, our haunted house had to be scary. We're in Batavia. You have a bunch of black men dressed up in scary stuff in the dark. Most of the white people around here are already scared of a bunch of Negroes. You walk down the street and they looking like, oh shit. I mean, we in a haunted house. Y'all ain't gonna be scared. Shit. They was scared like a motherfucker. There's a bunch of niggas up in here. There's big ass niggas up in here. They was like, oh shit. Some of them kids was like, oh hell nah, man. That shit was funny. Yeah, you said we got top it. Yeah, yeah. I think we'll do it next year. I'm not a big Halloween dude, man. The guys is going. I don't know. They kind of hated me from this last one. I didn't have too much to be involved with the last one, but I'm not a big Halloween dude, man. And I gotta, I gotta be careful with my time, man. I value my time a lot, man. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure end up doing it again. Batavia doesn't ever have a haunted house, and that was like the perfect spot for it. We had a lot of support. Um, you know, some of the people, some of the older people, it's tough to scare them, but there was some older people that we definitely scared, and the kids loved it. All the teenagers, you know what I mean? Teenagers all down. Um, I forgot the one little boy was running through the goddamn hall, man. This nigga fell over the fence on his face and shit. I'm like, why is y'all running, man? Stop running. I had to break character on the little nigga. I had to break character. I was trying to be scary, and then I'm like, hey man, you all right? Stop running, man. Get up. We said that we had the grill saison. Now we ain't had no chicken. That would have been ghetto as hell, right? That would have been some black shit. Y'all come get y'all come. We got a haunted house going on. We cooking some chicken outside. That's some hood shit right there. Hey man, with this haunted house comes a thigh and some macaroni and cheese. He said, I've been there in a minute. Hell yeah, you know niggas gonna come get some free food. Nah, but we had a good turnout. We raised some good money for our Christmas thing that we'll be doing. We'll be picking some families for Christmas, hooking them up. So that'd be cool. That'd be exciting. It's always good hooking them families up. So that'd be cool. I gotta get into the groove. It's Friday. I stayed up a little late last night. I was up early this morning. So I gotta get in my groove here. I got a busy day at work, so Said, did Little B work in the haunted house? No, his ass, little Brandon went through the first night and walked through, and he was like done for. He was scared like a motherfucker. I'm like, yo, bro. I had to tell him, like, yo, you knew everybody that was working it. Like, you knew it was us. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't in there when he, well, actually, I wasn't there when he went through. But I'm like, yo, man, you knew everybody in there. Like, you that scared? He was like, oh man. The cat was like, yo, I think I'm going to bed. He's like, I think I'm going to bed. I'm like, are you tired? It made you tired? What is going on? He was really shook. He was really shook. That building is creepy as hell. Yeah, like he got home, and after I got home when it all finished, he was just like, he was out of it. He was out of it. He was like, hey man, I'm not really feeling this. I was like, you want to come back tomorrow? He's like, I was like, yeah, that's enough. He had enough. He had enough. Oh. Yeah. I know y'all been seeing Kyrie Irving. They've been dragging Kyrie Irving around. That whole situation is stemming off of the Kanye situation. Um, if you don't know, Kyrie shared an Amazon movie that was Hebrews the Negroes, or Negroes the Hebrews, or something like that. One of those two. I think it was Hebrews the Negroes. Yeah, Hebrews the Negroes. He shared it, and so now he's getting a lot of backlash from obviously everywhere is the media. Um, they made him put out an apology. It was a weird apology though, because you could tell that he really didn't want to apologize. He apologized that he knew that he he possibly hurt some people or whatever the case is, but he wasn't apologizing for what he was doing it for. But I think I just seen him and the Nets are both donating $500,000 to the ADL, the Anti Defamation League. Um, he actually he had some Jewish people sit on the sidelines at his game with the anti-Semitism shirt on. There was some Jewish people there, boys and girls. They sat on the sideline and harassed him. They're doing a whole bully tactic on him now. You can't even say it. You can't even post a damn video from Amazon now. Something that was on Amazon, and they about to cancel. They suspended him for 5 games. Nobody said anything to Amazon. Nobody said anything to any of these people that put the DVD out, who made it, anything like that. It's just Kyrie shared it. He didn't even write anything with it. He just shared it. You can't even do that nowadays. You can't even do it nowadays. I mean, they're dragging him. I mean, you got people like Shaq, Charles Barkley. They're, oh man, he's so stupid, man. Just dribble the ball, man. And they sound like slaves. This is what they are. They are slaves. Shaq, all them. He rich as he wants, he's still a slave. They'll take it all from him any second. And he works for them. And he works for them. They tell him what to do at any moment. His big ass. They'd be like, yo, man, I don't want you to say that. Shaq, let me sit you down here real quick, Shaquille O'Neal. Listen here, big man. This is some 5'5", 150-pound, bald-headed white dude with glasses on. And he's here, sit down here, big fella. Yeah, so I'm gonna need you to not say that. And I'm gonna need you to abide by our rules. Isn't it? See what I'm saying? These niggas is working on a plantation. And Kyrie's like, hey, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie's like, hey man, listen, I work here, I do all this shit, but I'm gonna say what I want. You know what I mean? He had to walk it back a little bit. I feel for him. I have to understand a little bit. He's got a family. He's got these things going on. As long as he don't just all the way lose his voice, I'm good. I understand everybody ain't Kanye. Kanye's going about it his way. Um, we letting him rock like that, and I hope it turns good his way. But some of us, we can't be so bold with certain things. I mean, you can make sure you have a voice, make sure you're speaking truth, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You know. I choose truth over money, but at the same time, you got to make sure you ain't putting yourself in a deep spot. But Kyrie, man, he just getting all that backlash. They showing him what's up from the Kanye situation too. They're like, oh, okay, you want to post that, kind of being on his side with that whole, you know, black people being the real Jews and Negroes. Okay, all right, we got you. They made that nigga apologize. Whatever though, man. Just shows you everything is coming into light. It just shows you the voice, the black voice is still silenced. There's nothing at this point, nothing we could do about it but try to call it out and I guess build our own shit and just try to work from that. There's nothing really else we can do at this point. These people are so powerful, they're just taking everything from, so it's not really much we can do. Just be upfront and whatever. You said you have a totally left field question. What do you think of Jordan Peele's movie Get Out? Us. Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't seen that last one. I seen the Get Out, that Us movie. I don't think I've seen the full thing of it, but I love those movies. Those movies are deep. They are even deeper than the normal eye can grasp. I love it because I understand it on so many levels. I am one of those that I truly understand it on a lot of levels. He put some deep stuff in there. Um and yeah, you have to be looking at, your eyes have to be catching that kind of shit. I love him though. He has some deep movies. I haven't seen that one though, The New Hope. I got to check that out. Is it on Netflix or something like that? Yeah, he does it. The way he does it, I mean, there is some subtle stuff in there that a lot of people wouldn't recognize, but there is some stuff that's up front that he definitely like puts it there for the average eye to understand too. So there is that in there too. So so it'll be Netflix. Okay, next week. Okay, I have to look for that. I have to look for that. I know there was something else I was gonna watch. There was something else going on. I was gonna try to watch something. I can't remember what it was though. I don't know if it was Netflix. Oh, is the Black Panther coming out soon? I think the Black Panther's coming out soon. I can't keep up with that. Hey, I bought one of them damn Powerball tickets. That shit is at like 1 billion and something, man. When do they do that? When do they do the Powerball thing? I bought it. I bought like $10 worth. I should have probably just bought 20 and said fuck it. But um, yeah. When do they do the Powerball shit? Does any of y'all know? I got these numbers here, and I bought them last night, and I don't know how this works really. I don't know if if they do it on a certain day. Like when do they do I check it like now to see if like do they already have the numbers up? I don't even know what to do. You see, I already won. Might as well just throw it out. Yeah, I know. I I took a chance. I don't ever buy these things. I don't ever buy these things. I don't now, but I got it and I don't know what to really do with it. I mean, I can gamble. Like I ain't too good to gamble $10 on $1 billion, right? Um, I think somebody said after taxes you take like 600 million if you hit it all. You take like 600 million. Like, do you understand? Like, yeah, I'm shooting for that. Boy, y'all niggas will never see me again. If I hit 600 mil, boy, y'all niggas. Nah, y'all probably would still do a bomb ass podcast. I would do a bomb ass podcast just because I could. 600 million, I would still do a podcast here. That shit would be popping as fuck, and I would just do what I want. I would have so much to talk. 600 million. I'd take a vacation every fucking week and have so much to talk about. Um, hey man, before I get off here, I'm about to get off in a second. Somebody let me know what I need to do with this power ball shit. Somebody let me know what I need to do. You said glitter all behind you, a diamond crusted. I mean, I'd be up in this motherfucker stunting, boy. I'd be stunting. I really would. I think I still really would do a podcast. You know, it's therapeutic, man. I need to be able to talk about shit when I want to. Even if nobody's listening, man, I'll be wanting to be able to talk about some shit and get it off my chest. I think if I went to like a real therapy, like I might be arguing with that motherfucker. Like, man, don't be telling me what I'm supposed to be like. And so this way I can just do what I want, and I don't really get therapy, but it's like therapy, I guess. Okay, so nobody knows what to do with the Powerball. Gotcha. Okay, drawing is every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 11 p.m. So I have to wait till tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow at 11 p.m. I don't even know where to check with that. I guess I'll just Google it though. We live in that day and age, so I can probably just Google it, right? I hope I win. Shit, if I win, Carrot, I'm gonna give you some for you answering me back. See, there's five other people watching, and they ain't say shit, so they ain't getting nothing. So when I hit this, I'm gonna break you off. You and Josh, we gonna go out and give y'all some bread. We gonna party. We gonna do the damn thing. Powerball.com. Cool. All right. Well, I think I am done for today. Y'all make sure. Hey, listen, I know it's a pain, but can y'all please go subscribe to my YouTube channel? I mean, that shit is tough to get subscribers over there. I need to get my subscribers up. I need a backup place that I need to go live from. Um, and you need 1,000 people to go live over there. Like, yeah, it's bad. So that, and then TikTok too. Go follow WNY585 page. There's a Royals page, and then my personal page is Brandon Armstrong. Go follow that because I need 1,000 followers on there to go live, and I only got like probably like 80 more to go. So then I'll be able to go live on TikTok. That'll be cool. I'll be doing my barber shit from there. So but please go like all those pages for me, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, all that shit. Go like Royals Barbershop, all that shit. Um, and I will be on next week, next Friday. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all take it easy. Have a nice weekend.